The making of white oak live edge table part 5, filling micro cracks. I constantly evaluate my table so many times looking for those little cracks. And as you've seen before, I filled those large structural gaps with my resin. I had many micro gaps to go, and my little tool area constantly looking at trying out different approaches to filling gaps. And there were a lot of approaches. I really stuck to 2 different ones. My epoxy resin, of course, food safe, and make sure that you explore which one works for you. And I also used a liquid hide glue and mixed it with a little bit of sawdust to make a paste. You always want to try it on a sample piece of wood, as you saw, and then put it on your actual piece that you're working on. I found the little cracks, and the strategy I like to use is the taping off very tiny and close so that whatever application I'm putting on tries to stay within that little gap. Of course, there's bleeding that goes through that you need to watch once you peel up the tape. And with resin and with the hide glue, you're doing that at different times. A lot of it is in the prep and making sure that you are ready to go. I took my sawdust from my sanding bag and I kept it off to the side so I could mix it in with my hide glue. You can see through my various little clips here, sometimes I found new cracks and I revisited them. The hide glue I pressed into the cracks and it had about 10 minutes working time. The resin definitely has a longer working time, and then I allow it to stay overnight. 24 hours later, I'm giving it a little hit with my heat gun to warm it up, and then gently just move it to take off a little edging. Again, be gentle with your chisel because it's got a sharp edge and it can give divots. Just the patient process. Heat it up and then take your chisel, gently push forward, just in little sections. It's very gratifying to do this, actually. I loved it. Wood checks are found everywhere in every piece, and this is the underside of the table. Of course, you do both sides as well. It is a constant process of making sure that these little voids that are filled are cleared off and ready for sanding. You can see that some of the resin has bled over to the sides, but I've gotten most of it, at least on the surface, off with the chisel. And same with the hide glue. I was able to really remove a lot of that bleeding, and sanding was gratifying. Getting off the residue, making it even. Now I get a prep for my final wood finish. Thanks for joining me in the making of the white oak live edge table part 5. Wishing you happy woodworking.